Today we're going to be working on climb-ups. Climb-ups are a fundamental skill in parkour because it's what allows you to travel from below an obstacle, especially a wall or a railing, to above it and to continue on your pathway. In addition, it's also what allows you to climb down from obstacles because basically you're just doing a climb-up motion in reverse and falling into the cat hang. And as you're building up to them, the most important thing to remember is just to break it down into manageable pieces. So a climb-up is a drill that requires a lot of strength and a lot of technique. So you really can't approach it all in one go. So if you're working on building on the strength for staying on the wall or on the railing, it's again important to just take your time and to work with it. And again, bit by bit, piece by piece. So start with your foot on the ground and your hands on the railing, and with your weight leaning back. It's important to keep your weight leaning back because that's what actually causes tension, and that's where you actually need to resist and hold. If you're just standing up, you're not really resisting at all, are you? You're just standing. Once that becomes very easy, or if that is very easy for you, then you can move to a railing or the flat part of a wall. If you're moving on a railing, you can simply stand on it like this, just here. So again, your feet are not resting on top, but resting against the side of the railing. And you can also then work on having your foot against the wall and working on the grip and the strength here. It's important to remember to keep your shoulders and arms engaged all the time throughout this activity. So if you're working on a climb up, the simple thing to do is actually go through the full range of motion of a climb up, but to use it in an area where it's a little bit easier. Again, not on a wall, on a railing. So what we'll be doing here, we'll come up, we'll do a full climb up, all the way up and back down. But again, not using our feet on the edge or on the top of the railing, against the railing. So we can place our feet, for example, on this one here, or if you're in a place that has a wall with a railing on top, you can just place your feet on the wall. Come up, get set, and here my feet are set against the metal so I can't stand up, and you just work on the climb up. You pull yourself in, so your chest is over the bar, then you press up, back down, sit back. Keep your feet pressed against the railing if you can. You don't want your feet falling away from the railing or from the wall. So guys, if you're having trouble with this, either at any part of the technique, whether it be the push or the press or the transition, what you can do is you can simply work on those parts individually to build up your comfort to it and to gently move into it. And we can alter the drill somewhat to make that a little bit easier. So I think where people have the most trouble is probably with the transition. So if you're working on the transition, and the transition is the point where you go from the pulling motion to the pressing motion, what you can work on is simply work on the negative. So you can start here, on top, start on top, and you just work on coming to here, and just working on that negative and sliding down. You can step down, come back up, get set again, and just working on the negative all the way through the motion. Pressing the pull. Again, all you're going to be working on there is from a static position, bringing your chest to the bar, or lowering your chest to the bar, or raising into a press. Just those in isolation. Just to here. Or for the press, just from here to here, or from here to here. And just working on those motions individually. Remember, we're trying to break this down into manageable pieces. But remember, our goal is always to work towards a full range of motion. So work on the components individually, but always with a mindset towards building into one fluid motion throughout the entire drill. And as you can, as you build in strength and as you build in technique, work into a fuller and fuller range of motion until you complete the entire exercise.